All right. This would be Sunday morning coffee, 217. It snowed here overnight. Everything's blanketed. All the concrete surfaces have melted off, but enough is enough of this shit already. Uh, um, my work typically doesn't start really moving until after everything's melted off, until the kiddies go back to school in August. And then it dies again, and then it picks up a little bit, and then I got time to figure out what's shuffling in for the winter. My biggest issue here is I got everything tossed on the floor in a reasonable form to work effectively, not efficiently. Just get something done, get stuff done, just by brute force of will. And things aren't terribly efficient. They're not terribly well organized right now. So I need this stuff just to lay low and give me some weather that I can pull stuff outside and get stuff moved around a little bit. I got 3 or 4 decent sized tasks that would be best served to do outside. So I kind of lost my mind a little when I woke up and there was snow. Updates, shop, home, whatnot. Tony and I worked effectively week before last, his first weekend. It was akin to swatting flies with a sledgehammer. Yeah, we got it done. Not the best work ever done. It's adequate. And we both really frowned at each other at the end of the week and said, all right, this is what has to be done. Tony kind of laid it out. It's like, all right, this is what we got to do. And I just sat there and nodded and agreed, and I interjected and added to his addendums. I think there were points of interest he wanted to add but didn't, trying to take it a little more slow and easy. But discovering that, you can chat, you can bullshit, you can talk about working together or whatever. When you're dealing with an interpersonal relationship, whether it's side-by-side working or in a household or whatever, you can chat it up all day long until you meet and do. You don't really know. But we ground it out harshly week before last. Last week we took a more mellow approach to things. We didn't have nearly the work hours involved, but we had one small project and then working on the rest of stuff. And it flowed very smoothly. The work done was to a higher caliber and far more pleasing level of competency. And we're slowly getting things sorted out within the shop. So when the sun comes out and the snow goes away and I can throw the doors open and leave them open, it's going to help a ton. But so far, we went through a hell of a stress test. We knew April was going to be a grinder. I wish I could bring in some littles. Just pick up a job each week that would allow us to work on that and then still plow on the rest of those. The Healy, that's the next one up on the slab. I dented a wing, moving it around by accident, so I gotta play with that a little bit. That'll take me a couple hours to fix. It was stupid of me, and I got in a hurry and I dinged an automobile. I've never... It doesn't happen often. Let's say that. It does happen, but it doesn't happen often. And it's usually because you get in a hurry and behave ignorantly, and I did. So that's really about it. I mean, we're trying to tune it in where we're not running around swatting flies with sledgehammers, but rather using bug spray or fly swatters, if you understand the metaphor. We're trying to tune things in and do things around here efficiently, follow the procedures we know should be followed. I got in bad habits and poor form of skipping steps and um, cutting minor corners. That's a big issue, and that's not to be accepted. But we've come together on that, and we're working through all that, working through getting the shop sorted out. This place will be bumping by May. Something to be proud of, something to look back at and be excited about again. I've been so overwhelmed up to this point, and I'm still a little overwhelmed, but I've been so overwhelmed up to this point that I was catatonic. I was paralyzed by everything going on. Every project sitting has been sitting for quite some time because I shut the shop down, then I moved stuff, then I moved it out here. Well, there's two things that happen there. Physically, you're strained and stressed. And then the whole vibe of the shop. Mentally, emotionally, you're strained and stressed because you're looking at the same stuff that's not moving along at a pace that is acceptable. And that's not okay. I'm not talking about breaking out a car every week like they do on TV, but just something acceptable, steps forward that are tangible, that can be seen. I wasted a lot of time sitting here trying to organize this. Looking back, I realized how rough the last year was on my headspace. Just doesn't continue. It's not allowed to continue. It's time to move forward. It's time to well, the big ideal is to finish up the responsibilities on Smith Welding Restoration's plate, as well as on Full Spectrum's plate, Full Spectrum Restorations. And at that point, we can sit down and have a real meeting and go, all right, are we dissolving our personal private enterprises and pitching in together? And at that point, we'll have equity built together as a team towards the shop. Anything that we build or purchase as a team towards the shop goes to said new entity. And start over from there. And I'm ready for that. I'm ready for a new beginning. I'm ready for something. I'm ready for something else. I think Tony's ready for something else. I think we're just tired of, collectively, we're tired of waiting for life to hand us whatever it's going to hand us. I've been nothing short of frankly, I've been nothing short of a fuck up for the last decade. I spent the last 7 years studiously learning this trade. Really throwing myself at it. The first 5 years, your average person will put in 10,000 hours, give or take, in a trade, a full-time trade. I put in, I know, in excess of 20,000. I know I was working double time the first 5 years. The last 2 years, I definitely put in more than 2,080 hours a year, but not. I put the work in, but that first 5 years I was really grinding it out. And now it's time to refine it, refresh it. And the odd thing is I'm still energized about this trade, about this set of skills. It's time to focus. Craigslist, that's a weird one. If you guys ever use Craigslist, I use it to pick up spot jobs. They charge now for those type of ads, which is good. It wheedles out a lot of the trash that was on there. I have yet to put an ad up on Craigslist. I'm going to here in the next day or so. Facebook Marketplace is now where you go for free ads, and I've tried that and get some traction there. So that's the idea. I'm just going to move forward and do the very best I'm capable. Tony's moving forward, doing the best he's capable, and neither one of us are terribly capable right now. We're kind of slow, a little clumsy. We both have had too much time away from real shop processes. But it's refreshing. I got a wingman. He's got a wingman. You know, we got two minds. We got two set of hands. When something goes wrong, we got someone to back up the other and go, all right, this is what we got to do. And one of us can push. That's all it takes is one of us pushing. And it's not always me pushing him or him pushing me. We push. I think we're a good fit for shop life. I really do. I really feel we're a good fit for shop life. And hopefully that story doesn't change. Hopefully the ideal doesn't change. You've seen me come in bubbly and bright and hopeful and trying, that's the focus there, trying to get things sorted out. Well, I am getting things sorted out now. And Tony's going to be key to that. And I think Tony's genuinely good people. And I think we got a shot at making something more, making something real. Really doing it instead of muddling along as I've done for so long. We've got the skills, he's got the skills, we have the presence. It's time to just do it. What a strange world we live in. All right, rambled long enough. I'm out of here. Good day to you all. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll check in again.